professional jihadist terrorist army of Nigeria occupies Biafra land to annihilate us, destroy, desolate, take out lives of babies, women, and children on daily basis. The Biafra Defense Forces are resisting and are winning the war and are pushing the terrorists out. Both the contracted ones, the foreign mercenaries, the Fulani foot soldiers, and those that have been branded into uniforms of Nigerian terrorist forces, spearheaded by Musa Christopher. We are here to make the world know and to keep the Biafran people abreast of the happenings of the day, so that you wouldn't be taken unawares. You should know the progresses that the Biafra Defense Forces are making. You should know where is the red zones and where is the green zones. You should know the kind of information you pass to your families and to oblige them of what to do and what not to try to do, because we are at war. Yes, I welcome the Chairman Joint Chiefs of Defense Forces Staffs of the Biafra Defense Forces, and I welcome the Acting Prime Minister to this very day. There have been series of events coupled with the war ongoing. We have seen Musa that came out to tell the entire world that the terrorists of Boko Haram and Fulanis are using gold mining to fund the Islamic Jihad. And the gold mining is the one they get from Zamfara, the one they get from Zambisa Forest and the entire north. But they cannot go after them. Because why? They are working together. And he also went on to say that the Nigerian judges and the politicians, that they are the ones working to defend the terrorist financiers and even the terrorists that they capture. So that in turn validates what Canada said, that APC, PDP, the Nigerian ruling parties are terrorist organizations. Nothing different. Musa has also opened his gutter mouth to say that Southeast is better now compared to when our PM was here, that they succeeded in detaining our PM. Musa should be very ashamed of himself, because in the same statement he made, he went on to say that they are going after to apprehend Simon Ekpa's lieutenant in Imo, Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, and Abia State. Simon Ekpa has no lieutenant in those places. So if you said you arrested Simon Ekpa as you claim, which you were not even the one that arrested him, you are far back there. You are in Nigeria. So if you arrested Simon Ekpa, which you claim is the problem of Nigeria, why are you still complaining that there are lieutenants that are not making you breathe? So I want everybody to understand the power of the Biafra Defense Forces. So Nigeria can continue to make noise everywhere as we welcome the Biafra Defense Forces Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staffs to the stage, and the APM. APM of the Biafran people. APM of the moment. APM of the season and year. The APM that make things happen. The APM that talk less but miracles happen. The only APM that salvaged the convention declaration of Biafra. The only APM that the Biafra Defense Forces acknowledges to be the only APM and the only legitimate government led by him. The only APM that Biafran people know, the only APM that the lobbies that are working for the Biafran people know, the only APM that the Aton is working for the Biafran people know, The only APM that American government knows, representing the BRGIE, representing our PM. The only APM that has the balls to enter US Congress and submit letters of testimonies against Nigeria to be sanctioned on the kidnap of our Supreme Leader Mazen Namdekan. The only APM that has the balls to enter US Congress and to submit testimonies against Finland to be sanctioned for the detention of our Prime Minister. The only APM that entered US Congress and submitted against Nigeria for the massacre of all Christians in Nigeria. The APM that has submitted testimony about the referendum of the Biafran people, about the Declaration Convention, and about the template, and about the deals and the expectations of the Biafran people from the US government. APM, the Biafran people loves you and they await your presence this very evening. Honorable Okechukwu Nkere, His Excellency, your excellent job has brought you this far. It is a big load and responsibility on you, but you have taken it with courage. Thank you for being there, and we invite you to the mic. Honorable APM, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Sonny Borowo. Thank you for all you're doing, you and the entire media team. We are here today again. Yesterday, we sent a strong message to the Nigerian terrorist state about our leader, Mazi Namdekan, that nothing should happen to him. We Biafran will not take it lightly. We are doing everything we can for his release, and the terrorist country called Nigeria need to do the right thing. We encourage them to do the needful, and we know the reason why they kidnap him. It's all about our freedom. They don't want us to be free. But we as a people, we have decided that our destiny will remain our destiny as a people that want to live. That is why December 2nd, 2024, we declare Biafra, and of which 517 delegates cast their vote to seal it up. So if you stay in Biafra land thinking that we are acknowledging Nigeria presence, we don't validate Nigeria. We don't validate any illegitimate politicians that are parading themselves in Biafra land as politicians or as government officials. It's our right to do as a people.
These are the scenes that welcomed one into the affected village of Jebu Iriom local government area of Plateau State early Tuesday morning. The village was thrown into shock and mourning.
Time for them to dialogue to do the right thing is running out. And for our fellow citizens in Biafra land, please be careful. Be careful, because if you work with the terrorist state of Nigeria, we will treat you as a terrorist. We appreciate our leader, appreciate all he's doing for us, Mazi Namdekan, and also our Prime Minister, who in Finland answering the so-called questioning. We pray and we believe next month he will be free. He will shortly, very soon, he will join us. Please, all Biafrans, to remember these two great leaders in your prayer. Pray for them, pray for good health. They do nothing wrong. They were not called for so-called questioning Our leader, Mazin Namdekar, is not kidnapped because of his own business dealing, rather, it's because he's fighting for Biafra. Our Prime Minister is not called or detained for this so-called questioning to find out what he's doing, what his activity, about what he's talking about Biafra. It's all about Biafra, not about his personal dealing. We appreciate them, and we appreciate the heroes, the heroines, those before us, our leader Ojukwu and Philip Efiam. And we also appreciate all genuine pioneers of this great movement, the brigade government, the cabinet members, Rep. Admin, fellow citizens, all Biafrans, those sitting at home, those donating to their freedom, those doing whatever they know they can to be free. We appreciate all of you. We say thank you for not letting the great cause die before us. We really appreciate. By day, it has now becoming clearer. Every day is becoming clearer. Those are really fighting for this true cause. And it's getting clearer by day, the saboteur, the ones that are sabotaging this movement. There's always sabo everywhere you go in the world. Even starting from the days of Noah. There's always saboteurs. So we always pray that let the evil ones not be more than the good ones. So the positive always supposed to be higher than the negative. So please, all the saboteurs, all those that are fighting against Biafra, desist from your evil way, because there's no hiding place for the wicked. All the wicked ones will be held accountable. We keep saying it, we keep singing it. That is why I love the country where I am, United States of America, and so many countries in the Western world. They hold people accountable. If you don't pay your taxes, they will hold you accountable. If you're not obeying the law of the country, they will hold you accountable. If you're committing crime in your community, your neighborhood, in your state, wherever you reside or where you from, they will hold you accountable. So Biafra land, we're not going to allow these evildoers to go scot-free. We held everybody accountable. And yesterday we also talked about all these former governors when Biafra is still under Nigeria occupation or under Nigeria, all those that have governed the land of Biafra and bring us all this mess and kill the innocent Biafran people. Till date, some illegitimate governors, senators that are still parading themselves as well. They are killing Biafrans, bringing these terrorists to our land to kill innocent Biafrans. They are burning our houses. And all these people will be held accountable. If you're a Biafra listening to me, there's two ways you can support your freedom. If you can lay your hand to destroy him who have come to destroy you, if you have the capability, the ability to do it, do it. It's the right thing to do. You don't have to wait for God Almighty to come down from heaven to say, my son, defend yourself. If you don't defend yourself, they will kick your ass. They will kill you. But if you can, and if you have the financial capability to fund your freedom, it's a welcome development. So either you are alive or you get killed by this monster terrorist country that have colluded with these Fulani Islamist jihadist terrorist people. Either you live or they will kill you or you die. Either you remain a freeborn or you remain a slave. You have to choose one. Either they chase us out of our land or we will still have our land. And we will occupy our land. We have to choose which one we want. Either you worship Chukwukike Abiyama, our God, or you worship their false God. You have to choose one. And I believe we Biafrans will choose wisely. By day, it starts getting clearer, knowing the enemies, knowing those that have come to kill us. In recent days, the United States of America, leader of the free world, is now engaging Nigeria, with sanctions, slamming them from sanction to sanction, and also Canadian court ruled that Nigeria is a terrorist country. But when you talk about Nigeria being a terrorist, about the ruling, the politicians or those that are governing Nigeria. So if they label Nigeria APC or PDP a terrorist country, they label Nigeria as a terrorist country. That is how it works. So it doesn't matter even if the citizens are not terrorists, but as long as the government of that country is called a terrorist country, a terrorist, that means the entire country called Nigeria is a terrorist. And the man called Musa. Musa have disappeared for some time now. Christopher Musa. Just a few days now, he wake up from his sleep. I don't know where he been. They thought they would be able to destroy the Biafran people. They thought after colluding with the European Union, with Finland, to call our Prime Minister for so-called questioning, the Biafran people were abandoned. To liberate our Musa, they already planted a lot of saboteurs among the Biafran government, among the Biafran people. They went through their plan B, trying to see if these saboteurs they have planted among us will be able to destroy this beautiful freedom that we are seeking for. We found out that they are failing day by day, and international community is turning their back on this terrorist country called Nigeria. And early this year, Musa was also denied visa to Canada. Then Musa did not know there is something cooking, but he cannot smell it. And that tells you that the international community, they are paying attention to what the Biafra Republic government is doing, and the diplomatic war and what the media of the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing, propagating the gospel of Biafra, telling the whole world what the Nigerian terrorist is up to. This is not 1967 to 1970, where we have no one to speak for us, where we have no media to project what's going on in Biafra between Nigeria to the world. As of 1967 to 1970, the British government make sure they suppress news coming from Biafra land. Time have gone. This generation have risen up to take their freedom. No man or woman born of a woman can stop that from happening. All we asking is to be free. We are not asking to annihilate them or rob them or chase them out of their land. We are not asking to go to even the northern part of Nigeria to convert them to be Christian or to wipe them out of the north. All we are doing is defending our own land, our own territory, because we deserve to live. Our God who create us to live in Biafra land, not to live in Cotonou, Ghana, or Lagos. We have our own territory. Our own territory belongs to us. That is our portion. We are not asking to take what belongs to anyone else. That is why I'm happy I have chosen this cause. If I die fighting for the freedom of Biafra, it's an honor. It gives joy. You know you're doing the right thing, because God will not come from heaven to do it for us. Freedom is not given, it's taken. You take your freedom. And Musa waking up knowing that those that committed crime or those that are not doing what is right supposed to be held accountable. That is the reason why we are holding the Nigerian terrorist state accountable by children. We are liberating our villages. Now the same Musa is now aligning with the Canadian court, is now aligning with the United States of America, calling out all the politicians. Musa is now made it clear that the politicians who work with the terrorists. He made it clear that the politicians sponsor these so-called terrorists, these evil people that have come to kill us. And we encourage the chief of armed staff of this Zulu contraption country called Nigeria to start by dealing with Chatima. It always says that charity begins at home. Musa, since you have waken up from your slumber, evil man, after you have killed thousands of Biafra, you as well that come with your side by the sword. We encourage you to first of all go after the drug lord called Tunubu. Tunubu is a criminal. Tunubu
Today, we have been on the run. The United have taken over our land.
Zoo country. Go after Tunubu, deal with Tunubu if you can. And also Chatima. Chatima is a co-founder of Boko Haram. Musa, you should first of all go after Chatima. We have seen several pictures, video where Chatima pay visit to Gumi. And they are working with the terrorists. You know, they sponsor these terrorists. Kindly do that as soon as possible to help your fellow Nigerians. But as far as we Biafrans, whatever you and your Nigerian terrorist state do, that's your business. And for those in Biafra land still parading yourself in the name of your governor for the state of Nigeria, remember, we don't validate you. We consider you and we consider all the illegitimate governors in Biafra land as terrorists. A foreign nation, a foreign country from far out and wide have identified and smell it that Nigeria is evil, that Nigeria are bad terrorists, they sponsor terrorists. They kill, destroy, rape, kidnap, all kind of injustice and all kind of inhumane treatment that the government of Nigeria is they have put into practice is evil and is condemnable. We encourage Musa, hurry up if you can do it by first of all going after Chatima, Tunubu, and all the senators and governors that you yourself have identified as those that are sponsoring these terrorists. Shame unto you. We know that he's just saying that for them, for the world to look at Nigeria or to look at him like Nigeria is waking up now to clean up their mess. Nigerian mess can never be clean. Nigeria have expired. Nigeria is a dying horse. There is nothing you do. The people of Nigeria,
Hello, dear friends. This is Ikonso and the
Jonathan, who don't know his left and right, an old fool who are supposed to do the right thing. People like that are one of those that the land we reject when time comes. This old fool, former president, Goodluck Jonathan, I quote from what he said. He said, Nigeria is never a country. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is just a mere geographical expression created by the British government. The British are trying to make it work, but the people of Nigeria are not even trying to help to make it work because the people are not the same. The people have different religion, different lifestyle, different ideology. It's not even about the dangerous. It's not even about the dangerous diversity. But the people don't even want to make it work. Before before you even talk about the dangerous diversity. America, you have a diverse country, but at the same time, the people come together and they make it work. In the case of Nigeria, the people are not willing to make it work. The people hate themselves with passion. The North hate the East, the Southwest hate the East. So that hatred is just there, so it's not just compatible. So we urge every Biafran, step up. Everything is now unfolding. We can't keep quiet until they kill us all. If we keep quiet, they will kill us all. And we are using the opportunity to also invite all fellow genuine Biafrans. Even if you have fall astray before, please come back, do what is right. Because at the end of the day, if you decide to collude with the evil terrorists, or if you decide to work against the Biafran people, it won't be well with you. You will regret it. It's a promise. But if you come back and do what is right, we all can make a journey of 100 days, 10 days journey. Biafra is here. I keep saying it for some time now. I can smell it. I see Biafra. Biafra is here. And I believe you can bear witness with me. The way the media is talking about Biafra today, it haven't happened for over 50 years. The way Biafra is trending, our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu once said that time is coming. Even the Nigerian Gota media will be carrying Biafra news. There's a time 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Now, gentle the Yahoo, they talk to you. That gentle way that they look for. See, I'm here.
Major media news in the world, you will say no. Look at today, we have
Now the
DC. We have had series of meetings with United States of America, Congress and senators. We have had a handshake with the Speaker of the House. We have met with him, met with some great senators and congressmen and women as well. Our gospel of freedom have gotten to the leader of the free world. We believe America will play a vital role in recognizing Biafra. That's the reason why we Biafran people need to step up and get our freedom. It's time we kick all these terrorists out of our land. We can only do that as soon as possible if all those saboteurs can repent from their evil way. Repent from your evil way, come back and join the genuine people that want the freedom of Biafra. Yesterday I came across listening a little bit on space where somebody, I can't tell if that person is a Biafra, said all kind of manner of lies, propaganda, plus, all kinds of evil thing about me. I ask myself question. This young man, I believe he's young. Tomorrow, if he keep praying for a better life or for God to have mercy on him, and if calamity start falling upon him, he will not know where the calamity is falling from. Please, if you are practicing any kind of evil thing or you're doing any evil thing, please desist from it. Do what is right. We are living in a spiritual world that things work. A lot of things work in a spiritual way that we can't control. Sometimes what we did or our action can actually prevent our glory from coming at the right time. We all remember the prayer of our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu when he once said, our God, Jehovah God, who created the heaven and earth, Elohim. Whatever we have done, anyhow we have come short of your glory, please forgive us. Because sometimes action or what one have done can prevent your blessing. Please, we have to be careful. We have to be careful the word we order out, what we do. Please, I pray that every Biafran will come back and do what is right and fight for the freedom of Biafra. If you're fighting against the freedom of Biafra, it will never be well with you and your household. Please desist from your evil way. We have got into return. We have crossed the Rubicon. Biafra is here. Next month we'll be getting a lot of good news from Washington, D.C. And now that everything is unfolding, this is one of the first time that this chief of army staff of this terrorist country have come out and lamenting about the insecurity, and he's making it clear to the entire world that those that are causing the insecurity in Biafra land today are the paid or the politicians of the contraption country called Nigeria. And if you're an illegitimate governor, senator parading yourself in Biafra land, this is. My fellow citizens, yesterday we have quite hours of time. We passed a lot of message yesterday. There's this going, let's go this way. A word is enough for the wise one. A lot of Biafrans have lost their life in the cause of this freedom. We all know that. And we all know what to do is to fight to free our nation. And we all know why fighting, we need finance, we need to support our freedom, we need to support our BDF to be able to do the job, to kick out all these terrorists from our land. Please kindly support your freedom. Kindly support your freedom. Thank you all from here. I'm still going to hang in here while we have our Honorable Minister of Information. We take you from there. And we also have the Chief of Defense Force, which is here with us. I believe we have a good evening. We have some good interaction to talk about the reason why we should seize this opportunity. Because Biafra is trending and the Nigerian terrorist is going down, and we see their Chief of Army Staff is crying and pointing finger, calling Chetima the sponsor of the insecurity because Chetima is a terrorist. Calling Tinubu the sponsor of the insecurity because Tinubu is a terrorist. Gumi is a terrorist. And all the politicians, all the illegitimate, starting from Hopos and Masoludo, if we're able to lay our hand on these people, they will not see the light of tomorrow. If I have the chance, I will burn down that country, burn all the evil ones that have come to kill us alive. Thank you all from here. Honorable Minister of Information, please go ahead, and we appreciate all the members of the cabinet that are here with us today. I think they will have the opportunity to say one or two things to Biafrans as well. Thank you.
Thank you, APM, and thank you to everyone. We appreciate your services. We called on the Chairman, Joint Chiefs of Defense Forces, staffs of the Biafra Defense, the Biafra Army. Honorable Minister Success, over to you, sir. Pick the mic. Minister Success, are you there? I think we don't have our minister close to his device, or maybe network is closing up on his device. We appreciate all Biafrans, and let's remember that tomorrow is our general fundraising. Yes. Come in tomorrow and do what you know how to do best. It's all about your Biafra freedom. It's all about our Biafra. It's all about taking our land back. It's all about the recognition of Biafra. It's all about Biafra. Minister Success, are you there? Please, when you're back to your device, you let us know. All right. We'll open the mic to few contributions. And if you have questions, Don't ask questions that you will receive a crack, like our PM said. Ask reasonable questions. Questions that will make other people to learn something and bring ideas. Don't come and ask us, are you sure that this your Biafra will come? Or what are you doing to the Nigerian terrorists? When you hear Musa is already crying, Musa is crying and telling you, oh, since we made Finland to detain Simon Ekpa, there are the likes of Finland, there are the likes of Simon in Biafra land. We are going after his lieutenant. We are going after his lieutenant. So that means you did not go after the lieutenant that you said existed before you came to go after Simon Ekpa. So you actually abandoned and left the main people that are there fighting for the freedom, fighting to expunge all the U.S. Army.
This will continue. It is
the boy, Maproud Abia. They know that Biafra Defense Forces are highly present in these places and every other places in Biafra land. So there is no amount of election nonsense that will make Biafran people to abandon their independence. We have crossed the Rubicon, we have plucked of it, and we are eating. And there is no going back. I salute all Biafrans. 8 p.m. Thank you. Minister Success, I don't know if you're back to your device.
Yes.
If you're back.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, over to you, sir.
All right. Good evening, Honorable Minister of Information and Communication. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. His Excellency, Honorable Gachikunkara, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Government in Exile. Good evening. As
Bubago.
to tonight's program on our weekly briefing, and today's date is the 22nd of August in the year of our Lord 2025, and we are here live and direct to update our people, to really tell the world what's going on, because we have to tell our stories. If we do not tell our stories, nobody will tell it for us. They will twist the story, and you know what it's going to be. So we are here because we're supposed to update Biafrans in diaspora, Biafrans at home, the stages of the conflict between the United States of Biafra and the Abattoir called Nigeria. So, first and foremost, we want to appreciate and thank the Biafran government in exile, headed by Acting Prime Minister Gachikunkara and all the cabinet members for their immense assistance towards our recognition, which they are playing a very vital role in the United States of America. So we want to thank you, sir. Same may all grace, and do not relent. Keep pushing. For days or for months now, the CDS of the Abattoir called Nigeria has been hiding or underground. I don't know what brought him out. So he is finally out to defend what is indefensible. What he cannot defend. He's trying everything possible to sell the image or to brush the image of Nigeria. It is too late for him, because everything he said yesterday was was a counter to what the reality means, including all the confessions he made. Yes, of course. And thinking maybe arresting Simon Ekman will pedal down the agitation for the recognition or the liberation of Biafra. But he failed to understand that Biafra is just an entity, and Biafrans are the people that makes up Biafra, not Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is just one of the millions that make up the people of Biafra. So if you think arresting him will change anything, you have failed once again. It doesn't change anything. Ojukwu is not here. Philip Effiong is not here. Our General Erit, George is not here. Conrad Nwawo is not here. There are so many of them that fought for the independence, to defend the independence of Biafra. They are not here. But look at people who were not born during the war. Everyone are the one championing this very struggle. So that's how it is. It is a landmark that has been drawn, that every generation will wake up or will grow to see and know and talk about it. So you do not think when you kidnap Magnam Decan that you have won. No. Simon Ekpa emerge. And when you kidnap Simon Ekpa, you think we have won. No. Majoge Chukwukere emerge with millions of Biafran Defense Forces, which they have never seen of their likes in this form. I'm telling you, the likes of the People's General Butuzo and General B44, General Gento Diao, General Butuzo, and some all of them, plenty, lots of them. You have never seen them in this form, in this like. So it was a shock to Musa. But after all, these guys are still gallant. And according to him, there are places that say there are terrains that are unpassable. You cannot pass, you cannot cross it. It's a red line. And he just confirmed that. And you see General in Jamaica coming to update Biafrans upon the situation in Okigwe, to tell you Biafran armies are not backing down. They are taking territories. Yes, it is not easy, but actually they are taking liberating territories. So, and this war will continue. We're not going to give a full update on what's going on ground, so that it will not pass any intel to the government of the abattoir. So, but it is not that the liberation, what we call liberation, it is not that it has started. And the units in Okigwe are doing us proud. So, my prayer and the earnest prayer is that all our generals who were caught in the cobweb of their evil act of poisoning them, yes, they get speedy recovery. The war continue until victory is won. So keep supporting your army. Do not relent. What is mostly needed now is funds. It's funds. You keep funding your army until we liberate Biafra land inch by inch, town by town, village by village, until everyone is free. Thank you all. Thank you. I want to also thank fellow Biafrans for standing with our acting Prime Minister. They are standing with the truth. And those who, it is only a fool that they will go to market and point to him his mother. Everyone knows his mother. If you like, be blunt. If you like, maybe have other thing that will make you to feel like, no, I cannot easily recognize. It is only a fool that will say this is your mother. And those of you who stood from with him from onset, you are wise. I want to thank you. Say keep standing. In few days' time, our Prime Minister may join us and to finish this liberation that we all started together. Same thing we pray for our leader Maznam Dekano and every other genuine Biafrans that were detained by the zoo or any other places across the world. Freedom is theirs. Same thing with Dr. Choayaba. So this business of freedom that we all started together, we all will finish it in good health and good intention. God bless you all as you all listen and
they are crying. They will not cry in the public, but I want
can be attended to. But if you know your question maybe is going to expose some intels, please do not ask. Wait until the right time comes. But for now, it's not a good question that can be attended to. But we can try as much as we can to ensure we address every issues at all levels. God bless you as we continue.
watch their cry in the mirror every day. They cry. For the past few days, they have been having meeting. How to approach Simon Ekpa. How to negotiate with Simon Ekpa. I am saying it openly this evening on this space. I am not open for negotiation, and no Biafra person serving under Biafra government is open for negotiation. If I hear that you are talking to anybody back home, you are out of the government. Our talk with them will start by pulling the military out of Biafra street. Our talk with them will start when we see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu walking freely out of the DSS dungeon. That is the term and condition of negotiation. Apart from that, we will give you ×3 of what we have given you before.
Yes, my deputy PM, I want to ask this question as a Biafran, as a concerned citizen of Biafra. I also ask this question as a citizen who wants this government to succeed. And I'm also asking this question as a member of BWOC, Biafran Writers of Conscience. Before I forget, my deputy PM, you made mention of having a call with one of the administrators, or do I say brother to a governor in that contraction called Nigeria. And I don't know how that will sound in the ears of Biafrans. Please, is that wise to call or make call or allow your phone number to be with the terrorist Nigerian state administrators?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, this guy, he was my schoolmate. Actually, we were all in Uniben together, Pedro Abaseki. So he is my friend. But the thing is that he's championing this Edo course and all that. And then he called to tell me that Urobo Isoko is not, it shouldn't be part of Biafra. But remember, Biafra has Urobo Isoko state. So all I explained to him is that if he wants, I'm going to give him the administrator of Urobo Isoko state, and they can have that chat among themselves. Yeah. But there's nothing to worry. I mean, we're schoolmates at Uniben, and we reach out to each other every now and then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you oblige me, I have like 5 pressing questions that I believe Biafrans as well will like me to ask you.
No. She can't.
Okay, let me.
Good morning, Biafrans. Wonderful people.
lovers and lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location, depending on your time. I welcome you this morning to the questionnaire. Why would somebody, the Prime Minister, why the Prime Minister was here? Somebody who heard so well when the Prime Minister said, we are not going to speak with anybody from Nigeria. We are not going to negotiate with anybody. Our talk will start with them when we see our leader walking out from that detention center. Our talk will start with them when they have released all the Biafrans they are holding hostage in various prisons in Nigeria. Our talk will start when they have pulled out the military from Biafran territory, the military that are harassing our people, the military that are intimidating our people, the military that are killing with people. Our talk, our negotiation, our roundtable discussion will start with them when we have seen all these things happen. Why will a Biafran who have seen the atrocities that the Nigerian state have committed in our land, why will a Biafran who see the situation that our leader finds himself in, why will a Biafran who knows what Nigeria is all about, that Nigeria hated us with passion, why will you now give them the contact number of Biafrans, the information of Biafrans who are standing very strong in the homeland, who are keeping the spirit going to make sure that Biafra freedom is achieved? Why will you do that if you are not the enemy of Biafra? If you are not the enemy to my father, to my ancestors, why will you do that? The only reason you will do that is because you are the enemy. On that note, I want to let you, each and every one of you, to understand that Nigeria is the enemy to our ancestors. Nigeria is an enemy to your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your ancestors who were here before you. And therefore, Nigeria will never cease to be your enemy up to this moment. That enemy of your ancestors, they are here today. They are also grooming other enemies that will be your own enemy today. They are your own enemy as well today. Your enemy cannot be your father's friend. Your father's enemy cannot be your friend. So I want you this morning to understand that Nigeria is an enemy to Biafra. Nigerians, those who believe in one Nigeria, are enemies to Biafrans because Biafrans do not believe in one Nigeria. Those who try to annihilate us between 1967 to 1970, those who carried out pogrom, mass killing in Asaba, can never be your friend. Those who committed genocide against the indigenous people of Biafra, those who imposed blockade and made Biafran children our ancestors then to die of hunger, they can never be your friend. Those who make sure that there are no good roads, no pipe-borne water, no amenities. Those who make sure that your zone, your area, your communities, and your state are impoverished can never be your friend. Those who are envious of who you are, those who understand that you are the sons and daughters of Okike himself, those who understand the blessing that you carry along with you, they can never be your friend. Those who envy you for who you are, those who really see you where you come from, and they are jealous, they want to be you, but they can never be you. They see the blessings of God upon your life. Those who spearheaded and supervised the killings, the annihilation, the genocide that led to the death of 3.5 million Biafrans can never be your friend. Those who in 1945 started the destruction from the north, those who supervised and planned the 1967 coup that was so geared against the southeast, that made sure that Biafrans in the north, they were fall down, they were pied indiscriminately. Those who even waited those who wanted to escape through the trains within the middle belt and slaughtered them and put their heads in the train and sent to the east can never be your friend. Those who made sure that our eternal leaders fight to make sure that we Biafrans are free and we enjoy good life. Those who kicked against regionalization, those who kicked against you enjoying your God-given natural habitat, those who made sure that restructuring never took place because they know that when they restructure, you are going to be a beneficiary, you are going to enjoy the resources that your land can offer. Those who made sure that it never happened can never be your friend. Nigeria made sure it never happened. Nigeria is the enemy of your ancestors. Those who made sure that Delegiwa, who was reporting good news, who was reporting all the information you need to know about the atrocities of the government at that time, those who murdered him with time bomb in order to prevent damning information from coming out in the public open, can never be your friend. Those who made sure that Choba Okadipo was fell down, the Oyi of Oyi, those who murdered Choba Okadipo can never be your friend. Nigeria murdered Dora Akunyili. Nigeria can never be your friend. Biafrans, the list is endless. The list is numerous. Those who make sure that there is no industrialization program in your territory, in your land. Those who made sure that no presence of international community in your region. Those who made sure that you don't have seaports, you don't have airports, you don't have a workable advanced hospital.
Those who make sure that even when you go to school and after the school, you are not you do not get employed. Rather, they will force you to seek greener pastures outside your territory, outside your land. These people can never be your friend. Nigeria is the enemy to our ancestors. And I want you fellow Biafrans to know that Nigeria can never be your friend. When I mean Nigeria, I mean all those people who are against what you stand for. When I mean Nigeria, I mean those people who make sure that you don't have 24/7 electricity supply, because they know that when you do, you are not going to look at the government, because that light that you have will help you in getting employment. If you are self-employed, that light will make you get jobs, do your job, submit your job as at when due, and receive your payment. But once that light is not there, how do you work? Life will be difficult for you because you have to suffer. You have to go extra mile in order to make sure that you get money to buy fuel. The same thing applies to water. Water is a very good necessity of life. If you don't have it, what are you going to do? You don't have good network system. You don't have good roads. People die on the road. Those people who make sure that you as a Biafran in your territory, all these things, all these amenities are absent. These people are your enemies. And I want you to know that and treat them like an enemy. An enemy to your father, an enemy to your father's father's father, and enemies to your ancestors, your great-grandfathers, your fathers can never be your friend. Nigeria is the enemy to our ancestors. And Nigeria can never be your friend. Nigerian government have demonstrated the hatred they had for us since time immemorial. 1971, they implemented a policy whereby only £20 was given to your parents that survived the war, even no matter how much money they have in the bank. That is wickedness. That was wickedness, because they never knew that we are going to survive with that £20 that was given to each family. So if a government have a policy, such policy against the people of Biafra, that government hates Biafra with passion. Nigeria made sure that there is no industrialization programs in Biafran territory. Nigeria made sure that we don't have seaports, we don't have airport, we don't have any industry that will generate employment in Biafran territories. Then Nigeria can never be our friend. So Biafrans are wonderful people and lovers of freedom. Why are you siding Nigeria against your people? What is the motive? If you are a true Biafran son and daughter, if your mother's breast was so sweet that you sucked it for 9 months, you would have been able to feel the pains that other people feel. You will be reasonable enough to understand that there is something that is pain, and that Nigeria has inflicted pain on us. After 1967 to 1970 Biafran genocide, Biafra land have never remained the same. As a matter of fact, the war never ended in 1970. The war is still very much fought up to today. How many years since 1967 till date? How many years have we been under the subjugation of the Nigerian terrorist state? How many years have we been intimidated? How many years have we been harassed and subjugated into all manner of unpleasant situations? "58 years, 1967 till 2025. The Biafran people have been under immense subjugation by the Nigerian state. They try to destroy us as a people. They try to exterminate us from the face of the earth. The greatest genocide that this world knows for was not the Holocaust. It is the Nigeria Biafra Civil War that only lasted for 3 good years. 3 good years. It lasted. A war that nations, civilized nations, fought against Biafra. A war that took the lives of infants, and up to this moment, no formal apology has been rendered to the Biafran people. And yet, that which led to 1967 Civil War is still happening today. But the reason why this morning is I want to ask you Biafrans a question. I want to really get into the mindset of some of you that say they are Biafrans, who now support one Nigeria as their project, who do not see anything good in Biafran restoration or Biafran freedom, who believe that somehow Nigeria will be better. More importantly, those of you that are now trying to rise up or trying to support Nigeria fraudulent election in 2027. Those of you who don't want to support the freedom of the Biafran people. Those of you who looked at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and said that is a fool and he should remain in detention. Those of you who also looked at Mazi Simon Ekpanjoku and said that he doesn't know what he's doing, that Finland should hold him. Those of you who are looking at Ogechukwu Nkere at this particular time and is telling him, oh, hand will meet you. Those of you who are looking at Biafran Republic government in exile and you are saying they are toothless bulldog. Those of you who are looking at the Biafran Defense Forces that are protecting Biafran territory and you are calling them criminals. I want to ask you, is Nigeria your friend? So you now take Nigeria to be your friend. friend because you have one political position or the other, because you are the local government chairman of your community, because you are the PG of your town, because you are the councillor to your community or to your county, because you are the governor of your state, because you are a senator and a representative, and you feel that Nigerian pays you salaries that can take you to Dubai, take you to America, take you to UK, that can buy anything you want to buy. You can go on vacation, you can go on holiday, you can go on spending spree abroad. You feel that Nigeria is the best thing that has happened to you and your generation and your family. I am not the only one that is going to talk about this. I just want to refresh our minds so that each and every one of you that is listening can be able to call in the number or come and join me on the studio and talk about this, because it is a whole vast of issues that are involved in this case. You listened to our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere media briefing yesterday with our chairman of the Chief of Defense, chairman of the Biafran Defense Council, Mazi Success, and that of our Information Minister, Mazi Sonia Akbarawa. You listen to their submissions, you listen to what they had to say yesterday concerning Musa is now crying, what is happening in Biafra land, and all the rest of it. You listen to them. You ask yourself, what is the reason why all these people are saying all these things? Before now, you don't know them. As of 2012, you only know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, know that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing is the right thing. Each and every one of us supported Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until we now see the reason why they wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. You and I to enjoy, to benefit this life that God has given to us. They don't want us to benefit from the resources that Chukwu Okike Abiama blessed our communities with. They don't want us to enjoy the good life that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu advocated for the Biafran people and asked Nigeria to be able to make things right for everybody. Before now, you don't know who is Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. You don't know who is Mazi Success. Before now, you don't know who is Mazi Sonia Akbarawa. It was even you don't know who was Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko, because each and every one of us followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because we believed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to bring us to Biafra. And when they saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's teachings and preachings have been embraced by wonderful Biafrans who understand that they are not free in Nigeria, then they want to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from that education, from that awareness, and they succeeded in kidnapping him. And when they kidnapped him, they thought that they have succeeded. Not because they did not kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or did not attempt to assassinate him for any other reason other than the reason that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants you and I to stop suffering plenty that our land can offer, and our intellect, our intelligence that Chukwu Okike Abiama has given to us can be able to help us develop our land. That is the reason why they want to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from letting you understand, making you to understand what is actually in place. Nigerian government don't want you to know. they took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and locked him up. When they locked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up, we now knew about Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in Nigeria, being humiliated. Okay? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing what we call a kind of persecution for trying to wrestle Nigeria down in order to bring a better life for you. The harassment, the intimidation of our leader. Everybody knows what he's undergoing in that contraption called Nigeria. So when they took him out, they heaved a sigh of relief, thinking that, yes, they have succeeded in stopping the freedom of our people. When Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku came on board, those who were following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who knows what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for, now turned around and start following Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. But I want you to understand that even while our leader was here, the Nigerian government did not stop at only trying to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They also planted people around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to help after they have stopped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those people that they planted around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will now help them to stop those who are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Why did they do that? Because they hated you. They never want you to succeed. They never want you to prosper. They never want us to progress. They never want us to enjoy the life that God gave to us. Not to talk of the resources that we have in our land. When Prime Minister came on board, the same thing they did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they now did it to our Prime Minister in an advanced level. They now liaise with Finland in order to, stop our Prime Minister from continuing on the path of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All these are for the singular reason that they hated you. They hated me. They hated us. Now, you as a Biafran that really understand that Nigeria hated you, why are you now helping Nigeria to stop the freedom that your people are fighting? The enemy of your father can never be your friend. Someone who wanted your father dead will never want you to succeed. Somebody who wanted your father never to enjoy good life will never accept you enjoying that life that he denied your father or your parents or your ancestors, as the case may be. I want you to know that Nigeria is an enemy to the Biafran nation. Nigeria is an enemy to the Biafran people. Nigeria is your enemy. I want you to understand that. You as a Biafran, I want you to understand that Nigeria is your enemy. Nigeria killed even when you are serving them. They are going to use you at that particular time. Eventually, they are going to discard you like tissue paper. The hatred is inbuilt in them. Elese Kweme was never allowed to be the president of Nigeria. Our eternal leader, even when they deceived him to come and contest, they never allowed him to be the president of Nigeria. Goodluck Jonathan was never allowed to be the president of Nigeria. The only reason why Goodluck Jonathan went into that presidential villa or president office as the president was because Dollar Akunyini made the world to understand, or made Nigerians to understand, that Yaradua was no longer alive. And therefore, the baton has to pass from Yaradua, who is dead, to the vice president, to Goodluck Jonathan. That was the only reason why Goodluck Jonathan ascended that position. Dora Akunyini paid the price for that assassination, because Dora Akunyini was assassinated. Nigeria is an enemy to your ancestors. Nigeria is your enemy to your father. Nigeria is your enemy. Don't embrace Nigeria. Nigeria will certainly deal with you. Chuba Okadipo, an orator. Nigeria took him out as well. Elese Kweme, each and every Biafran that tried to rise up to that presidency in order to make sure that they better the lives of their people, according to them, Nigeria happened to them. Nigeria demonstrated that hatred they have for Biafran people. Nigeria have demonstrated in all levels of political office. So I want you to understand, as a Biafran, that you are in any 40 states of Biafra land, when we are telling you about embracing your freedom, but because of the position that you occupy in Nigeria, you believe that that is to everlasting to everlasting. You even help Nigeria in suppressing the agitation for freedom. You help Nigeria to clamp down on your brothers and sisters who want to be free. You help Nigeria to fight against the men and women who want to liberate you. You help Nigeria to sabotage your freedom because of what you are going to gain, or what you stand to gain with the Nigerian government under 4 years, under 8 years, as the case may be. So therefore, the rest of your Biafran brothers and sisters can go to hell. I want you to understand that that enmity that have always been there right from the time that your ancestors were dealt with by the Nigerian state, that enmity will always be there. So you are not free. Nigeria is your enemy. So you must do everything humanly possible to fight against your enemy. The Biafran Defense Forces are in our territory. The Biafran Defense Forces did not leave Biafra land to go to Yoruba land. Neither did they leave Biafra land to go to Hausa or Fulani, Hausa land, because Fulani are strangers in Nigeria. But they have now occupying Hausa land. The Biafran Defense Forces did not leave our land to start looking for who to conquer. But the Nigerian government, the Fulanis, the Fulanis and the leaders of Nigeria left their own land and came to our land because of their military might to come and subdue us and press us into accepting one Nigeria. What hatred is greater than that? Is that not hatred? You are fighting for survival. You are fighting to be alive. The Nigerian government, if Nigeria is not your enemy, the best thing they should have done is to negotiate your exit, because it is constitutional. It is internationally written in their document that self-determination is never a crime. Even you can three people can decide to be on their own. Under international law, the state can grant them their, their wish. But Nigeria have seen the Biafran people are no longer comfortable in Nigeria because of the atrocities against our people, because of the position that you find ourselves in Nigeria, because of the intimidation, because of the harassment, because of the killing, because of their Islamic agenda against our people, against our land. We said we are done. And not only that, 2014 was the expiration of the joining together of that forced marriage that three regions had. But Nigeria do not want to renegotiate it. They now want you and I to accept Nigerians forever and ever. And you as a Biafran, you are not seeing anything wrong with that. Then you and Nigeria are the enemy of our people. So, my wonderful Biafrans, lovers of freedom, it's very short and simple. Nigeria has hated our ancestors. Nigeria can never love us. Why are you Biafrans now helping Nigeria in trying to destroy the freedom that we are already close to? Gumi told the southeastern governors to recruit Biafrans into their military, into their army, into their militias. And they did that. All the governors of the southeastern states, especially the 5 eastern state governors, recruited militias, recruited, I don't know where all those people come from, gave them arms and ammunition, sent them in the street. They start molesting Biafrans. Others are looking for Biafran Defense Forces. And you ask these people that you are looking for, what have they done to you? What is the crime of the Biafran Defense Forces? You are in Biafra land. You have seen what the Nigerian government policy against Biafra land is. And we, the Biafran people, have decided to exit Nigeria. And you are coming with the barrels of the gun to force us into accepting one Nigeria? Hell no. So the Nigerian government, the people that Gumi asked the state governors to recruit, are the same Biafrans, and they recruited Biafrans to come and fight against Biafrans. And you as a Biafran will now accept Nigerian hatred against your brother, and you come to your brother's compound, you come to your brother's house, you burnt it, you look for his children, you fell them down, you buy them, and you now go back to Nigeria and receive salary for it, and you and your family start to enjoy the proceeds of your crime or your criminal activity. Are you really okay? Is something not wrong with you as a Biafran? We also understand that a lot of you are not really Biafrans. A lot of you were a product of rape. Yes, a lot of you who are now supporting Nigeria against Biafra are a product of rape. We understand that. Then I want you to understand as well that while you are coming to our land, while you are looking for Biafrans who are fighting for their freedom to buy, be ready to also go down, because we cannot in this 21st century fold our hands and allow the same people that hated our ancestors, the same people that killed our ancestors, the same people that tried to annihilate us, the same people that never wanted us to exist in the first place, we cannot allow them to come in this 21st century and take us out without us having to fight, without us having to, engage them in a fierce battle. This is a battle of life and death. We cannot allow that to happen. That is why I want you to understand, my fellow wonderful Biafrans, that Nigeria hated us with passion. So you, as a Biafran, should do everything humanly possible to fight back. Because if you don't fight back, Nigeria will deal with you. Nigeria will buy you. Nigeria will destroy you. And there is nothing anybody can do about that. The link are there. And the number is there. Nigeria is the enemy of my father. An enemy to my father can never be my friend. An enemy to your father, an enemy to your father can never be your friend. Nigeria is an enemy to your father, my father. So Nigeria can never be our friends. Biafrans, wake up in this 21st century and confront the enemy of your ancestors, confront the enemy of your father, because they never wanted you to be alive up to this moment. And that is why they cannot stop fighting you until they make sure that they succeed. It is left for you to allow them to succeed. Because as for me, I am supporting the Biafran Republic government in exile who have the same mindset with me, to make sure that the enemies of my ancestors will never get hold of me and can never succeed in destroying me the same way they try to destroy our ancestors. It can never happen. It is only when you are not 100% Biafra that you can support the enemy of your ancestor to subdue you. It's not going to happen. A lot of Biafran defense forces, men and women, who really understand that Nigeria should not be allowed to exist, are fighting their ways out and fighting everything they need to do to make sure that we as a people are free. They are in the bushes, defending you, protecting you, making sure that the fight your ancestors fought was never in vain. But you are here talking about Obi. You are here talking about one Nigeria. You are here trying to destroy what is going to give you freedom to the rest of your life. While men are in the bushes trying to protect you, doing everything humanly possible to protect you. And you are joining hands with the enemy to fight against us.
I want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans all over the world to understand that around this world, politicians, both home and abroad, have gathered in one way and the other in a meeting in Arondizog, Ekendizog.
The same way, I want you to know that, I want you to understand that the same way these Arondizog politicians are gathering in their communities, donating money to stop Biafran freedom in Arondizog. It is the same way you have other politicians in other Biafran territories coming together, putting their resources together to support Nigeria against their own people. So this NJ Makeup, I am using him as a case study, as a contact point for you to understand. It is not only happening in Arondizog, it is happening in Olu, it is happening in Hofia, it is happening in Ngba, it is happening in Owerri, it is in Umuahia, it is happening in Nnewi, it is happening in Usoko Urobo, it is happening in Ohabuenyi. Everywhere you can talk of in Biafran territory, the politicians that the Nigerian government have used them, giving them position to occupy certain position in their various communities. These politicians have put their resources together to make sure that they are fighting against the freedom that the totality, the generality of their people need, because they are in position of authority, they are in position of power. They don't want you to be free. They don't want me to be free. That is why they are putting their resources together to stop the freedom of the Biafran people. So NJ Makeup is telling you of the one he is seeing in Arondizog, that the politicians are bringing their resources together to stop the freedom of Biafra.
And after their meeting against NJ Makeup, they donated 3 million to any sabo that will get contact of NJ Makeup, that will get the location of NJ Makeup. And Obiekunye Mazi Obiekunye Zumes, Mazi Eze Kosman, and Ezinne Ute, the politicians who are working, collaborating with the Nigerian, trying to hand over Arondizog kingdom over to Fulanis. It is only NJ Makeup that stood firm, strong, even though that the Okiso rebelled. Okiso collected amnesty. Uchenna of Ndani Tobility collected amnesty. They collected Fulanis, surrendering that they are no more a Biafra. So now I am the one standing strong, opposing that the Fulani can never take over Arondizog kingdom. That is why the evil politicians, those who is afraid of Fulanis, they gather together. After their meeting, they donated 3 million to any individual that will attach NJ Makeup. But I want to warn you, where do you think that you will get NJ Makeup? I am fully waiting for that informant. Arondizog must be warned. Mazi Obiekunye must be warned. Mazi Zumes must be warned. I am not after them. I am not a kidnapper. I am not a terrorist. And they must be careful with me. Whatever money they are placing, they will use them. That money will be used to buy them. They must be careful with me. I am fighting for the freedom of my people. I am fighting for the freedom of my people. If you love me, if you like what I am doing, better you support the Biafran struggle. If you don't like what I am doing, it is better you pack your load from Arondizog to the north, because Arondizog kingdom belongs to Biafra kingdom.
all these politicians that Angel Makeup called here, they were supposed to be Biafrans, right? One thing that all these politicians have in common is they are working for the Nigerian state. They are, you know, employees of the Nigerian terrorist state. So they are going to do the bidding of their master. Who are their masters? The Fulanis who employ them, the Nigerian government who is bankrolling them. And these people do not see any good reason why they should support Biafra. Because to them, Nigeria made them. To them, they are living large. They are enjoying Nigeria. They are making money out of Nigeria. They see contract, they see a lot of money, they buy properties, you know. So every other person should go to hell. So it doesn't concern them. The suffering of the ordinary poor masses is not their problem. That is why when the government tells them to go against the people who want to be free, these people will channel and put their resources together to make sure that that freedom, they fight against it. And that is why you see Zumes, Obiekune, and all the rest of them, and Eze, fighting against the freedom of their people. Like I said, this is not limited to R&D Zog. All over Biafran territory, Nigerian government have positioned a lot of people in order to be antagonistic, to antagonize or to fight against the freedom that our people are clamoring for. That is why I want you to understand the enemy to your ancestors can never be your friend. And they are going to recruit more enemies for you. That is why every Biafran should rise up at this time to support the Biafran Republic government in exile, to support our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere for what he's doing to make sure that we are free as a people. This is very important. So having said that, the lines are open. You can join us on the studio and make your own contribution. I want you to do that. Nigeria is not our friend. Nigeria destroyed a lot of things, a lot of people, and they are still destroying a lot of people to tomorrow. There is no good news that you will see coming out from Nigeria. Please, if there is any good news you can hear, you have heard, or you can be so proud of that have come out of Nigeria, please let me know. Let me know so that I can be able to promote it as well. Very, very important. Let me show you some of the news that you see coming out from Nigeria. See the news that you see coming out from
face more demonstrations.
We have a pain. The X-men are disturbing us.
That's the
They are
news.
fighting us. They are not
That's
allowing
the
us
news.
to do our normal business, the farm that we are doing. They are raping our women, our guests. So our husband, they cannot even go to the bush to do anything.
The government, the House of Assembly has another law that open grazing is prohibited. And if the open grazing is prohibited, why?
That is the kind of news that you'll be hearing from Nigeria. More importantly, from the indigenous people's lands. If you don't hear it from Biafra land, Benue, the people that all these things are happening to are the owners of the land, the indigenes of the land. And who is causing this this calamity to them. Foreigners who came from Mauritania, who came from Mali, Niger. The Fulanis are the reason why all these things are happening. That is the only news that Nigeria can offer. This is one of them. This is one of them.
Today we have been on the run. The Inyimeg have taken over our land. You
Another
can see
news.
people. You can see people, children, both adults. Where we are now is not still safe for anybody. The whole community have gone out. Everywhere have been taken over. People should come to our rescue. Look at them. Nobody's in their house. Nobody's in their house. Everyone on the run. Look at the little children. Look at the little children. Look at everyone. People have been displaced. So,
if Nigeria loved you, will all these things be happening without any solution? If Nigeria loved you, if Nigeria is your friend, if Nigeria is your country, as the case may be for most of you who are married to Nigeria, will all these things happen to you? The answer is no. This is the information, the news that will always come out from that part of the world, from Nigeria. This is the news that you will be always hearing on a daily basis. That's the news that comes from Nigeria. People are crying, people are wailing.
These are the scenes that welcomed one into the affected village of Jebu in Riom local government area of Plateau State early Tuesday morning. The village was thrown into shock and mourning when they were attacked with guns and machetes and their houses set ablaze.
Around 3 a.m.
people are helpless.
This community was
attacked. Agencies could not do nothing because they are colluding with the terrorists.
Of course,
they collude.
We thought
the
place
they collude.
Was going to be protected.
Danjuma said
the security men from the Sector 6
in order
to
destroy
gun trucks,
indigenous people.
And I was satisfied that my people are well protected.
Sincerely, it is very sad and unfortunate. These things have not come to an end. You have just witnessed, you've gone around together here, you've seen the dead bodies yourself. 27 people lying down.
While security personnel from different agencies were seen on the ground, the locals blamed them for late response, alleging complicity.
In fact, there was an early warning information, but we called. We didn't get a response. If to say the security responded at the time we called them, this wouldn't have happened.
This is part of the collusion and the complicity of the security.
How can they respond? The security cannot respond because they are complicit.
The present STF commander, the sector commander, that is here in Riom. Sincerely, we are not comfortable with this man. We must commend the STF operatives that were stationed at SOAP, because if not that they have stood their ground, the actually fatality would have been higher than this.
Dead were said to have been taken away for their loved ones left to mourn them, make their demands known.
Other claims, you have the federal police, you have the state police, and you have county police. Even universities in other claims have their own police system. And until we begin to do this and forget about whatever resources we will spend and protect lives and properties of citizens, we'll be doing nothing.
I am calling on the governor as the chief security of this state. He should do something to Riom local government. He should do something to these people. People are becoming homeless. People are becoming fatherless. People are becoming motherless.
If these killings continue like this and government did not take any action on it, we will definitely tell the youth what to do. And they should not blame us at the end of the day of what we have told them, because we will not continue to die in the hands of people helplessly.
Now, with what has happened here today, not only the aged, the youth, babies, toddlers were all affected. They were killed. What they're asking for, I'm sorry doing this, but what they're asking for is that justice be done, that government, security agencies, and every other person or agency responsible to maintain peace and security, lives and property should sit up and do the needful for the safety of both human lives and their property. In Riom local government area for New Central, Shizoba and Niowe.
That is the kind of news that is coming out from Nigeria. That is the kind of news that you always see, because their hatred for you is so deep. Their hatred for you is so deep. These are some of the figures that the Nigerian government are using. See them. These are the people that this Nigerian government are using in Biafran territory to continue to hold us down. These men that you see here are responsible for the calamity that is befalling us in our land, because Nigerian government put them in position and use them against the youths, against the larger population, to subdue us, to force us into accepting remaining in that human abattoir. Look at them. These are the people who the Nigerian government have used, both the present and the past. All these ones here, apart from this man who is still a president, a governor. This man is a minister. This is a minister. All of them have contributed and are still contributing to the atrocity that is happening in Biafran territory today. All these people that you see here, these are the agents of the terrorists in our land. They are the Biafran terrorists that we have in our land. All these people. Nigeria can never be your friend. I want you to know that. The enemy to your ancestors can never be your friend. And that is why we must do everything humanly possible to make sure that Nigeria never breathes and Nigeria never rises. Look at, these are the enemies of the people. This may be a Fulani man. Look at it. He's a Fulani man. The people, the Christendom are dying like flies. And this man actually understands what happened in 2023. They are still paying the price of it till tomorrow. He is not asking his members to resist anything that will bring death to them. He's asking his members to go out and vote. Even when he knows that voting is as useless as tissue paper in Nigeria. Even as he knows that, but he will because he will be under the payroll of the Nigerian state. He will continue to deceive those who are following them, who are listening to them, because of what the Nigerian government are giving to people like this. Very, very unfortunate. These are the people who are the reason why Nigeria is drifting. These are the people, the reason why people are dying is because of people like that president. This is the kind of news that will come out from Nigeria. I want you to know this is it. Over 1,000 Plateau residents killed in 3 months. 1,000 people in 3 good months. Which means how many? 300 and something in a month. 300 and something in a month is what Nigerian people, Nigerian government have systematically positioned, how am I going to say? They have fashioned out a figure. Under a month, 300 people are going. International community are not saying anything about it. They are not concerned because our lives do not matter. These are what is happening. For you to know that Nigeria is your enemy, the government are not doing anything to stop that. No, they are rather complicit and supporting what is happening. Look at it. Another community, local government, reaches peace deal with the bandits. This is the reason why I want you to understand that Nigeria can never be your friend. If Nigeria can reach agreement with bandits who are killing people, displacing communities, overrunning communities, and displacing humans and taking it over, Nigeria is now having a peace deal with them. Yet, the same Nigeria cannot have a peace deal with people who want to be free, with people who say these bandits are no longer needed in their community. The same Nigeria will not make any peace deal with them. Rather, the Nigeria will send this bandit that they are having peace meeting with to go to that community and wipe it off. This is the reason why you should know that Nigeria is not your friend. Nigeria is your enemy. Nigeria is an abattoir, and you must try and support the destruction of Nigeria. You support it. That is the best you can do to save your life. The best that you should do to save your life is supporting anything against Nigeria. Support it, because Nigeria will not support you. Look at the news. These are the news that is coming from Nigeria. Defense chief tracking politicians. They are the politicians. Musa is a politician. He knows themselves. But all this information that they are saying here, are they doing anything about it? The answer is no, because they are one and the same people. He tell you that Shetima, this man, Mudu Sherif, told you that this Boko Haram you are talking about, it is the vice president that initiated it and funded it. Is he not the still vice president tomorrow? Has anything happened to him? That is why I want you to know that Nigeria hates you with passion, and you must do everything humanly possible to destroy Nigeria. Wonderful Biafrans, you have the time. I have like 30 minutes to go. I want you to call and make your contribution. Very important. Make your contribution. Nigeria is a human abattoir. Nigeria is a slaughter camp. Nigeria is not your friend. I want you to understand that. And if you are in a position to destroy that enemy that you have, don't wait for me to tell you what to do. In Biafra, never allow Nigeria to have their way. It is not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Wonderful APM.
Call in and make your contribution. Call in and make your contribution.
Engine.
Konaka.
Can never show that, no matter what. No retreat, no surrender. If you can't fight from the homeland, fight from exile. That's what Wazirike is supposed to do. But shame unto him upon the mistakes, everything he has fought against our leader, Mazin Namdekan. Wazirike, make a U-turn, do what is right, and apologize to Biafran people. Come back on board if you're a true born Biafra. If you're not, Ebonyara. Our leader, Mazin Namdekan, we appreciate him, just like I just mentioned and talked about Wazirike. If Wazirike have been our leader, if our leader have been of Wazirike, who is surrendered. But Wazirike, once he heard that, oh,
good morning, Tutos. Good morning from here.
Collect money. Actually,
Welcome to the questionnaire.
Good morning. Good morning, King David. Wow. Ndewo.
Welcome.
Ndewo, King David. You are
Me this
wonderful.
morning.
Thank you so much. I said I should say good morning to you. Yeah, you are doing great. Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity, King David. Good morning, dear friends.
Yes.
Can see all of you have taken your roll call to be here in the first temple of worship. Guinea.
Yes.
And then, in the village that time, you have to go. Me as a Catholic now, you have to go for morning mass. So it's compulsory. They will beat you in the face.
That's
Come
it.
on, go for morning mass. So this is our first morning mass before we
Yeah.
go to the second and the third. Thank you so much, King David. You are doing amazingly great.
Yeah.
You see, what has happened to Biafrans now have brought each and every one of us out to showcase the skill that God has blessed us with. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead. We can
Yeah.
hear you.
Now, look at you now opening YouTube channel, and you've taken it as a point of duty. It has become a norm for you to gather Biafrans every morning and inspire them and motivate them. Years back, you were only asking questions. I have a question for you, my PM. I have a question. I have a question. I have a question. You were only writing article in a Biafra Writers of Conscience.
That's of
But
conscience.
look at you
Yes.
today. You see, when this man in Nigeria, he opened one church. He said, when opportunity meets, is it preparedness that history is made, something like that. So, yeah. So you see, there are more things inside you that is going to be unfold on a daily basis because you are trying to upgrade yourself to suit the situation that we are, to suit the context. And right now, the context that we are needs people to be vocal, need people to, encourage Biafrans on a daily basis because there are a lot of negative energy out there. And most Biafrans are like, where do I go? I'm talking about the vulnerable ones, not the ones that really know what they are
Exactly.
doing. So thank you so much. Biafrans, you that
Yeah.
are
What?
listeners, we cannot do without the listeners. You guys are very, very important to us. We appreciate each and every one of you that you jump out of your bed or take up your phone when you get notification that our King David is online. You immediately say, no, 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 I need to worship this morning. Yes, in the first holy temple. Thank you for always coming around to listen to us. Thank you for always being there in the space. Thank you for being there in all the social handle representing Briggy. You guys are doing amazingly great. And I know you are not just listening, you are also helping to spread the news because I know most of you belong
Exactly.
to one group or the other. So you are just like a figurehead here. You take the news from David, King David, you take the news from Mama Betty, you take the news from a Biafra Watchman, you take the news from a Sister Norma, you take the news from Briggy Space, all this Briggy handle. You take the news from there and you spread it. That's it. You are also doing amazingly great, and we appreciate you for that. Yes, so Nigeria is our greatest enemy. Kai. Nigeria is our greatest enemy. Enemy to your ancestors. Yes. And this is the more reason I said a few days ago with the MID that we are doing the right thing when we were talking about the international law, how it supports our freedom, our quest for freedom, our quest for self-determination, that we are not doing anything outside the law. And I made the people to know that UN knows that we are doing the right thing, that even our ancestors that died said we are doing the right thing. And that is why anytime the Nigerian terrorist government throw bombs at our BDF, it doesn't explode because they are there to wage the bomb and said it will never explode on the head of their children because their spirit is still fighting through our BDF. These our ancestors
Exactly.
that died and are still dying, they are not resting until they will only rest when Biafra is restored. So anybody that is still believing in Nigeria, Nigeria will happen to you. I am telling you, this one we don't need a prophet to begin to prophesy and ask you, will Nigeria happen to you? And you say, God forbid. It is real. It must surely happen except you denounce Nigeria. Look at the video our King David played just now. You see women lamenting, and they're still calling on the same terrorists. Yesterday, Musa said that why they don't respond, though he was dodging from the question from Shehu, when Shehu asked him, why, look at Zamfara state governor, he's complaining that military are not always responding on time. Musa dodged from answering that question and now started saying that they are working as a team, meaning that he knows very well they don't respond when they need them. They delay, and then the next thing you hear that they have mistakenly bombed civilian community instead of bombing terrorists. And he said he has satellite. So what are your satellite doing? Even Shehu disgraced him yesterday and said that they should be sincere to themselves, that this satellite they have is not controlled by them, it's controlled by the Chinese that they bought it from. You see what is happening? So what they are doing is intentional. So if you are still calling on them to rescue you when they are the ones that organize the terrorists to come and attack you and kill you, you will cry till eternity. What did Danjuma say? If you are waiting for the Nigerian defense to defend you, we will all die one by one because they are the terrorists. He is looking for the financiers of terrorism or terror. Who? Him is the first financier of them. Musa. Christopher Musa. He's just adding Christopher so that you feel he's a Christian. He's a core Muslim. He's a jihadist. That's who Musa is. He's a jihadist. So when they want to talk, you say, have you not seen Christopher attached to his name? The answer is no, he is a jihadist. Musa is the first financier of terrorism in Nigeria, followed by the Vice President Shetima, who funded. Did you hear what that man said? What his name? I shared it yesterday. The King David should also have it. When the man came out and said, it is Shetima that created Boko Haram and also funded, that he doesn't know anything about it. Oh, it is there. It was a news headline. You see, and the other is it GOC said that they know those that are funding them, but they are hiding them. They don't want to bring them out to the public. And I remember there was a time the UAE government gave list of those funding terrorism in Nigeria. Where are the list? They will not bring it out because all of them are included in that list. So they're hiding it. So why would Musa come out and cry that he's looking for those funding terrorism? Is he not the one that collected money from US aid that was meant for humanitarian aid and then passed it to his terrorist group? And when I say terrorist group, I'm also talking about the illegitimate Nigerian governors in Biafra land. They are also the financier of terrorism. So what are they talking about? Nigeria does
Yes,
not need
just
us.
like you said, can you hear me? Just
Yeah,
like you said, this is the flyer where Modu Sharif
exactly.
said that this
Mm-hmm.
is Shetima. And Shetima is the vice president
I
till
tell you,
tomorrow. Nothing has happened.
nothing has happened.
So,
Nothing has happened, my brother. That is what Mudu Sheriff said, that governor, that time Shetima was the governor, say Governor Shetima, so that this guy was so smart and intelligent. He did not just write Shetima, he made sure that we know who Shetima was. Say, Governor Shetima. Governor Shetima created and funded Boko Haram, not me. Oh. So if you are looking at me, it is not me. I have exonerated myself. It is not me, it is governor, not councillor, not ordinary Shetima, Governor Shetima. And by this time, Shetima was the governor of Borno State. Not him, Modu Sheriff, that you people are pointing accusation fingers at. Even though he's accomplice, but the main guy here is Governor Shetima. And this Musa knows very well who Shetima is because he has even seen them. They sat together and ate during their fasting. They ate together. They know what they are doing. Okay, if he said he doesn't know, maybe this one has taken time. Maybe he could say Shetima has repented. Let's just put it like that. What of Gumi that they just revoked his visa in Saudi? Gumi is the one that carries money and go and give to these terrorists inside their bush, meaning that he knows their location very well. He negotiates between the federal government and the terrorists. He is the one that take the money to them in the bush, and when he goes there, even the security men that are attached to Gumi, they all know where these people are. So who are those still waiting for Nigeria to rescue them? Most of these people are Biafrans, stupid Biafrans, let me use that word, because they are sensible Biafrans. Stupid Biafrans are the ones that are still having hope in Nigeria because of Peter Obi. And you are not asking yourself, Peter Obi came out 2023. What happened to the result, the presidential result? Now he has jumped out again after going back to Chatham House to sign that Biafra will, they are using him to tell to keep Biafra under Nigeria. But Peter Obi has failed to know that we are no more a group, that we are now a government. That is what he doesn't still understand. That we are now Biafra Republic government in exile. We are not IPOB anymore. No, we don't have a spokesperson anymore. No, we have a prime minister. And now we have acting prime minister. We have cabinet members. We have a de facto government. They think that we are joking. Yes, that is the mindset that they are carrying. They think that when they come out and do all this saga, we will like subpedal. No, they will just look for a way to suppress us. But the more they try to do that, the harder we become. So, Biafrans, I'm using this opportunity to tell you that Nigeria hates you with passion. Even from your appearances, they know that you are a Biafran. You cannot hide it. Your beauty tells them you're a Biafran. If you are a man, your handsomeness, your uniqueness tells them that you're a Biafran. No matter how you disguise yourself, no matter how you wear the agbada, no matter the cap of Fulani you put on your head, once you come out, they will know that this is Boroboro culture, that you are a Biafran. So what are you still doing with Nigeria? Bring your fund. Today is our fundraising. We know that your schedule can be so tight. We know you are so rich. Yes, that is why we tell you, give us your Ejema as investment. I owe you. Go to the link that we have created. You can contact our information minister. You can contact the COS to our APM. They will guide you, or any cabinet members. Please, when I say cabinet members, wear very big links and know who are the cabinet members, not Orabo Fulani. They will guide you on how to remit your IOU, because we don't expect you to be coming every Saturday. Bring the money in bulk. If you give us 10,000 Ejema, you are going to get 20,000 Ejema. That's it. There is no mago. It's very, very transparent. And those of us that are there that don't have money to do the investment, what are you keeping your 1 Eje and 1 Ejema for? What are you keeping it for? There is no cap on the amount any Biafran can contribute. That is why it is open, so that everybody will have the privilege to write their names in the liberation book. Our government did not put a cap on the price or what you should donate, so that tomorrow you will not say they only say those that can give from 30 or 10 Ejema, they don't like me because I am poor, I am this. You see, our government said no. Bring that 1 Eje and that 1 Ejema that you have. It will go a long way, that they need it. Because if they want to buy groundnut and 1 Eje or 1 Ejema shortened, they cannot buy the groundnut. But had it been you add that one, they will buy it. You can see how our defense are working day and night. Yesterday, our chief, even me, I make mistake in addressing our minister. Please, Mazi King David, help me with that title, because
Chief of, Chairman of the Defense Council.
no, chief is though no. Chief, there is a chief title attached.
Chairman of the Defense Council now, Chief.
There is a chief attached. Oh. Okay.
Success.
Okay, let me call Minister Success so that I don't, break the commit offense by not addressing him.
Is the CDC.
Chief
Chairman of the Defense Council.
Of the Defense Council. Very good. Now
Council.
He comes out.
CDC.
Thank you so much. He comes out and gives us updates on what the military, what they are doing. And we are so proud of them. If with the little resources that we are able to gather, they can do as much as we can hear and see. And that is why Musa jumped out yesterday and started crying again. Musa have started crying because the water is too much. But our military, they are asking for more. They really appreciate what we are doing. But they are asking for more, so that Musa will cry again. Yesterday, Musa had to remember our PM because he's missing him. Yes, so Musa is missing. He's missing our PM. That was why, for them to have views, they have to mention our PM's name. Yes. And people were just straining their ears to hear what Musa will say. But unfortunately, Musa has no update because he said, I think, He has no update. You see, he has been kept in the dark because Finland is not Nigeria. And let's just continue to pray that Finland should release our PM to us, because right now I believe they might have heard more news about terrorism that is ongoing. Even if they've not heard, at least the one from Canada's High Court should tell them that, yes, this is what our PM was fighting against. And Musa coming out yesterday to say that there is peace in the Biafra region is a lie. Yesterday we dealt with him in the space, and maybe today we also have to chip in there as well. It is a lie. It is a lie. Musa recruited more terrorists. They are burning our houses and killing our people in their sleep. You see? So my people, let me not take too much time because we still have another evangelism for today. So today is fundraising. Please, number of people that are here listening to King David, plus those that will listen to, I don't know if Mama Betty will hold her program, and those that will join us in the space. Begin now to download your Zoom. Download your Zoom. It's very easy. Get ready to join the Zoom. It's a different experience in the Zoom. Look at this one that call himself a president of Khan. If you look at him, he's a Fulani man. Call Fulani man. Instead of him to raise alarm about the killings of Biafrans, he is there telling Christians to go and vote for 2027 because the terrorist government, Nigeria government, have deposited huge, irresistible money in his account. Look at his face. He's a Fulani. Look at his face. Confusing Christians, encouraging them to go to their early graves because he has collected money. I will yield my mic here, my brother. Thank you for this opportunity you've given to me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, just like you rightly said, this man may be a funny man. This man is a Fulani man. There is truth to that. When you look at him, his facial composition, his facial structure, he looks exactly like Musa. Compare the two, you know that he's a brother to Musa. These are the people who are using our people, using their brain. They are using you in the church and telling you that 2027, one thing is going to happen. So these are the people who are part and parcel of why indigenous people are being killed by the terrorist Nigerian state. So thank you so much, Tutos, for being part of wonderful morning broadcast. I really appreciate your time, always coming out to give support and as well educate our people on what they need to know. More importantly, at this time that we are at war with the terrorist Nigerian state, our people need to understand that Nigeria is not our friend. An enemy to your father should never
King
be your
David,
friend.
King
Yes.
David, you see this man that you just put up is a picture that carries face like Hamatan Pupu. You know Hamatan Pupu those days in the village. You see,
You know,
this
say you dey
can
look for trouble too much.
history will judge this. History will judge this man. I'm telling you, history will judge whether you stood with the persecuted, whether he stood with the persecuted Christians or not, or played politics with the lives of Christians, while they are suffering. And I challenge him. I challenge him because you see, he should be issuing weekly reports on attack against Christians. I'm telling you, yeah, don't laugh. You see, he should be releasing weekly reports against the attack on Christians communities.
Exactly.
But he has refused to do that. He should be organizing international campaign highlighting Christian persecution in Nigeria. But he is not doing that. He has jumped to go and advertise for 2027 election. He should be demanding accountability for all the priests, pastors, religious people that have been killed in Nigeria. He is not doing it. He is not doing that. You see, he should stop prioritizing election over protecting Christians' lives. That is the area I want to talk to him this morning. He should support the right of Christians to seek safety through self-determination, which is the right thing. He is not preaching that, because if we continue to prioritize 2027 election over the lives of Christians, what do you think will happen? What do you think? Christians will continue to be killed. History will remember this man for collaborating with those that are killing Christians. I'm very serious in what I'm saying. Because he is collaborating with the terrorists, because he has received huge amount of money. That is what this man is doing.
Of course.
He's collaborating with them. So history will remember him for what he's doing. If he has family, they will remember him. Everything that he has done against Christians, and when I say Christians, it's Biafrans that I'm talking about. And he's dead. Sorry, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tutos. That was a wonderful submission. Yes, this man should be examined. At least if he's a Christian head, genuine one at that, he should be concerned about these killings of Christians, especially in the Middle Belt, in the North, all around the contraption called Nigeria. But he's not talking about it. His only focus is on 2027 head. And like Tutos pointed out, it is very important that we understand that all these people, most of them are political bishops. Most of them are political can leaders. Like this man will be a political can leader. The government pays homage to him. They send money to him, his bills. They take care of his family. So that is why he has to speak on behalf of the government. So these people are the reason why our people are dying. Christians are dying, and nobody is fighting for them because they are so concerned. It's about election, and what they are going to get from the terrorist Nigerian state. Thank you so much, Tutos, for being part of this program this morning. And Biafrans, I really appreciate your time for joining me this morning. And I want to take that opportunity to appreciate you, Everest Imedo. Thank you for being part of this program. Bismarck Awini, I appreciate your presence. Biafra Free Energy Tech comrade, I salute you. Josephine James Nne, thank you so much for being part of this program. Udochukwu Nwiye, I salute you as well. Ekpa is great. Thank you so much. Wisdom, I see you. Alozie Ambrose, I see you as well. Clement Aneto, Tutos that are just here. I see you as well. Williams, I see you. Sister Eunice, you are here. Thank you, Sister Eunice, for being part of this program. Chinenye Obiefuna, I see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Emmanuel Chibike, watching from the headquarters of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Briggy in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you so much for being part of this. Samuel Blessed Oliya, 1996. Thank you so much. Nenna Etu, Ndewo. Thank you for joining us this morning. Aderila Lekan, I see you as well. Lars Benzico, thank you. Charles Oji, I see you. Onyinyechi Ekpa, I see you as well. I appreciate every one of you who joined me in this program this morning. And I say, may your days be long as you continue to support the freedom of your people, the freedom of our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. Thank you so much. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, What are you waiting for? Hit the subscription button right now. Don't waste time. Go to the subscription button and hit it right away so that anytime I'm live, you are going to get a notification from me. Very, very important. Appreciate every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of this program this morning. I salute our leader, Mazin Nandekano. I appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekwanjoku. I also appreciate the acting Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere, who is, speaks less, but wonderful result is following him. I appreciate him. I appreciate my information minister, the Okokondem of our time, Mazi Sonny Akparawa. There is a question that I asked Sonny Akparawa yesterday. He has not been able to respond to us because we are so surprised. In his CV, Mazi Sonny Akparawa never told us that he had diplomas or he had degrees in mass communication or information technology, because he is top notch. He is, in fact, he has it all. So he has to come out and tell us that yes, he studies mass communication or information technology, so that we Biafra will know that yes, because he didn't tell us about that. Then how come he's a mastery in that aspect? We really appreciate our information minister, Mazi Sonny Akparawa. I salute the Biafran Defense Forces, the men and women who are protecting our women and children and defending the land of our ancestors. I appreciate every one of you that supports our government for the freedom of our nation, Biafra. Thank you so much. And airborne. See you same time tomorrow morning and bye from here. Ndewonu. Please join us in Sister Betty's platform. She is going to be live any moment from now, if she's not already live, before we can go to X. Ndewonu and